Welcome, Bearcats and parents, back to Jackson Square. So today we're going to be taking a look at subtraction. We want to model subtraction using counters or integer chips. So let's jump right into these problems. The first problem we have is 10 minus a negative 4. When we model subtraction, we only model the very first number. So I'm going to start by modeling my positive 10. So number 2, you can do yellow or red dots. If you don't have yellow or red at home, you can always do just positive and negative circles or signs. So I have a positive 10 here, and I need to subtract a negative 4. But I don't have a negative 4 to subtract. What can I do to get 4 reds that I can subtract? I can create 0 pairs. A 0 pair is combination of a red and a yellow. Red is negative 1, and a yellow is a positive 1. Together, these create a 0 pair. If I add 0 pairs, they do not affect my problem. So I can add as many 0 pairs as I need to get the reds, and then I can break the 0 pairs up to get the reds I need, and the yellows will be left. So let's see how that works. So I need 4 reds, so I'm going to add 4 0 pairs. Remember, a pair is 2. Things that come in a pair: socks, shoes, earrings. These are 0 pairs. So every time I add a red, I'm adding a yellow because I'm adding 0 pairs, not just reds, but the pair itself, which is a red and a yellow. So now that I've added these 4 0 pairs, which all equal 0, it's just like I originally have my 10 and I don't have anything else affecting it because those are just zeros. I can separate my 0 pairs and subtract my 4 that I need. So I'm going to take out this negative 4. Once I remove my negative 4, I can count up everything I have left because now these yellows can be seen. They're separate. They're not with the 0 reds. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So my answer would be a positive 14, which is left. So I have a positive 14 as my answer because my 10 yellows plus my 4 yellows will give me 14. Let's look at number 4. Number 4 says a negative 4 minus a positive 8. So again, we only model the first number. The first number is going to be negative 4. Which I'm going to model. And I have to subtract a positive 8. Do I have any positives? No, I only have 4 negatives, so there's no way I can subtract positive 8. Oh, but I can add 0 pairs. How many 0 pairs would I need to add to get 8 yellows? I would need to add 8 0 pairs. So let's start adding our 0 pairs. Again, when I add, I'm adding yellow and red, both pairs. Yellow and a red make a 0 pair. That's 0. So even though I added these 8 0 pairs, each pair equals 0. So it's just like all you see is this negative 4. Now, to get my positive 8, I'm going to break up my 0 pairs and take away the 8 yellows. Once I remove my 8 yellows, I'm left with a bunch of reds. So if they're all the same color, we know we add them up. And I will have an answer of a negative 12. So negative 12 would be my answer. Let's do number 5. Remember, every subtraction problem is different. Number 5 says negative 8 minus a negative 4. So I'm going to model negative 8. And then this one is much easier because all I have to do is subtract a negative 4. Well, I have 4 that I can take away. So I'm going to take away my negative 4, and I'm going to be left with just negative 4. Take your time, understand the concept. Remember, whenever we're subtracting, we actually have to add 0 pairs to be able to get what we need. I hope that this was helpful to you, and remember, good luck, Bearcat.